fine. Yeah.
And today I'm introducing you to James Famakin from the Faringdon Pharmacy. James, would you like to introduce yourself to us and tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Oh, okay. Yeah, my name is James Famakin. I'm a pharmacist, practicing pharmacist at Faringdon Pharmacy. And we set up Faringdon Pharmacy in 2009, February 4, 2009. So I'm the director and the superintendent pharmacist there. Well, I qualified as a pharmacist in 1994/95. Yeah, so it's quite a while. I've been a community pharmacist. I've practiced in both hospitals and community pharmacy. I was managers in Sainsbury's and Lloyd's, and as you know, a pharmacy manager, and I've worked in various clinical settings as well before deciding to set up a practice in Faringdon. I enjoy working with people, the community. So I enjoy working as a pharmacy in Faringdon. So yeah, you know, I enjoy working, helping people. You know, that's my passion anyway, because it's one of the things that drove me into pharmacy profession. Because if you don't like people, don't do pharmacy.
It's my business as well, James.
Yeah. So that is my motivation. Yeah.
Excellent. You're a very busy man too, aren't you? You spin a lot of plates in your life.
I have been to so many places. Yes, you're right. I'm a busy man. Yeah.
And you're on the Faringdon Town Council?
I am a councillor, by the way. You just want me to explain. If I want to tell you about everything about myself, I don't think we have enough time to exhaust it. I am a councillor. I'm also, I'm on. Yes, I am a councillor. Faringdon. I'm on the town council. I've been a councillor for the past 6 years now, actually. Yeah. So. Yeah, I also joined Rotary Club as well. I'm a Rotarian. Yeah, I just want to do something for the community. I want to, I want to give back to the community what I can. Okay, so I'm just passionate about giving back to the community. That's why I put myself forward for all these positions. Yeah.
Brilliant. And actually, society and our community needs people like you, James.
Thank you.
So well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, not the only reason, but one of the reasons that we've got you onto our series of videos about people in Faringdon is that so many people nominated you as one of Faringdon's champions during this COVID-19 crisis.
Yeah.
So I asked the people of Faringdon to let me know who they would like us to chat to, and your name came up time and time again. So I think there's a huge amount of appreciation from Faringdon for what you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's good. I actually, it's really encouraging to hear that. Yeah, I hadn't realized that. So, but it's quite encouraging, to hear that, because sometimes you just do your work, you don't know why. I'm quite grateful for that appreciation. Yeah, that's to me. I think I see it as a kind of something I have to do. Yeah, so I'm passionate about it. I enjoy doing it. Like I said earlier, if you don't like people, don't go for pharmacy. It's about, it's people oriented. I know it's about helping. It's about being there for people, being there. I'm so glad that we have people, very nice people, people who are sacrificial, who can work sacrificially. I mean, for instance, we have a lot of volunteers. I'm so surprised that people can really volunteer, to support even me in that, in helping people, especially the Faringdon kindness. They have been the like of Curtis and all they've been very nice. They've been supportive. I'm so grateful for that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Faringdon's got a very special community, isn't it? The town is just the right size for people to pull together at times like this, and we see
Yes. Yeah, but we need a community spirit at this time anyway. It's a very challenging period. We have to really to support one another, because We have to support people who have different needs there. So we really have to come together and see where we can support everybody, so that, especially in this very difficult time. Yeah.
And how are you coping with the extra work that you've got on at the moment?
I am. It's quite. I mean, the last 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks was quite hectic. I would say. I had to think about how do I support. I mean, I have to think of other ways, change the way I work, change the system. Because I realized it was quite, because it was shocking. It wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting. I mean, nobody expected that it was going to be like that, because it was chaotic everywhere. So people, but I try as much as possible to see how you can manage stress. One of the other things is that, if you really want to be a manager, because I've worked in various organizations as well, that has helped me, because as well, like Sainsbury, likes of Sainsbury, when you have a deadline, I am a kind of person that is good in multitasking. Yeah, I developed that skills over the period of years. So I try to look at what is most important rather than doing everything. Yes. Because if you try to do everything, you're not going to do anything. Yeah. So you got to concentrate on what is most important at that particular period, especially what are the needs of the people. What do you need to do that people will get their medication on time, and within it, like, order the medication on time. Make sure that what are the things that are common that should be available, especially in this time of crisis. So I try to maximize efforts on those areas that are mostly essential. So otherwise, I won't be able to. I'll be totally disorganized. So I have look at it, and I look at it because everybody needs medication. People will be isolating. There will be much demand for a lot of things. I need to order the stock. I try to work around, change the pattern of working such that at least I can meet the basic needs of everybody, at least most people. That's what I did, actually. I am coping, yeah. I must confess, the first 3 weeks was challenging. One day I was suffering from exhaustion. Because I was almost, exhausted at some point. But I tried to bring up some other pharmacies to support me, especially late in the night, to clear some of the backlogs as well. Yeah. So some of the things I did was that, I actually, we had to do some of the late nights, we have to, when nobody was there, so that we can catch up with some of those things. Yeah, that's what I did. Otherwise, the following day, we know it's going to be busy. So we know people are going to be queuing out. So I had to get more the pharmacies so that I work along with the pharmacists as well. That's what I did.
Did you get very much sleep during that period?
I have less sleep, I must confess. During the first 3 weeks was quite challenging, because I was thinking about I don't want people to come and say, oh, we haven't got the medication, or especially people on essential medicine, vital medicines, like, people who are diabetic, who are, most medicines, people really need it at that particular period. You have to think widely. You have to think broadly. You have to think about, fortunately, I'm familiar with most things that, most of the medication that people need. What is essential. My experience over the years has helped me as well to see what are the things that people will need, I need to get it on time, because a lot of wholesalers, a lot of companies are running out of medication. So I had to make sure I step in before other people order it, at least for our own community. So
that would be my next question to you, actually. What was supply like, and did you have problems?
We had, I didn't have problem because I had a foresight that it was going to happen. So I had to order in advance some of those things I believe that would be needed mostly. And it's actually worked well for me. Yeah, because in fact, I had to approach my bank manager to say, you know what, I'm going to order more this time because people need this medication. Yeah. And I had to go over my budget. Because the budget, the normal budget that you have a budget, you have it. I had to request for special, to go beyond my own limits and all, so that I can at least meet the needs of every, Faringdon resident, most especially, and people who come, to the pharmacy at that particular period. So I must confess, they were very helpful, because they knew that I showed that the evidence is there, so people need it, and so you've got to do something at this crucial period. So I had to extend, I had to open accounts with other companies as well, which I've never even traded with, so that if I run out of certain medication from this company, I quickly source it out from other companies. So so it worked very well for me. Yeah, and it also worked well for the customers as well. Yeah.
Well, this is why your customers talk so fondly about you, because you've clearly very good business acumen, and you want people to see this happening and actually plan in advance for it. So a huge thank you, James, from everybody.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
So have you got any words of wisdom or advice that you'd want to give people in terms of, staying fit and well during this time?
I think the only thing I will say today, I want to thank everybody really for everybody. Each and everybody have been very supportive, especially they were very patient as well. Especially, sometimes we have a long queue outside. So what I would say to us is that we need to work with community spirit. With a team, work together. Because a tree cannot make a forest. It's a congregation of trees that make a forest. So, before we can say, so in community, since I've been in Faringdon, it's a unique town in the sense that, it's not that big town, but it's growing. Yeah. So, and we need to support one another. Especially to support other businesses as well, so we need to work. We want to work not as individuals, but we need to work collectively to make it work. That's what I would encourage everybody. To support other businesses as well, to make the place more viable for businesses and for other people, so that the needs of the people, the elderly people, don't have to travel far. We need to work as team. We need to work together. We need to have the spirit of togetherness, and that's what I think.
I couldn't put that better myself. And I think my hope and my wishes, and the things I'm going to be doing is speaking to a lot of the independent businesses in Faringdon. These chats to raise awareness of them. I'd love people in Faringdon to appreciate all the businesses that are here, and to support them going forward, yourself included.
I think it's very important. That is where we need, after this crisis is over, we need to look for a way of coming together and see where we can support each other. That is what I think. Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings is, "What doesn't break us makes us stronger." And
yes, absolutely. I agree with that.
I think every threat is also an opportunity, and it's a reset button, isn't it?
There was a book I'm actually familiar with. I used to read when I was younger. There is a saying that says, tough time never lasts, tough people do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've read that before. Yeah. So, sometimes when there is crisis, there is problem, sometimes you discover other ways of solving other issues as well. So tough time never lasts, tough people do. It doesn't matter the challenge you face. There is nothing new, So that's my philosophy. Tough time never lasts. Tough people do. That's it. And if you have that mindset, it helps us. It helps us to develop tenacity, very strong tenacity to move forward and to support other people. Yeah.
You're always positive, James, and that's why it's always so much fun to talk to you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
You're like with positive people.
Well, you've got to. Don't forget, people. It's good to be positive, because people need that kind of support. You need to be optimistic person. Sorry, I struggle to pronounce that word. Yeah. So, Yes, sorry. Yeah. So, and it's good because I'm not kind of negative person. I don't really, when people, one of the other things I know is that when people come to see me in the pharmacy, there is a need, whether they're going through one problem or the other. You don't know. People come here, even they might smile at you, but they need somebody to say, you know what, everything will be all right. Just to say, I mean, of course, they come for medication. There are other things going behind the brain, behind you. See yourself going to places like a hospital and a pharmacy or visiting your doctors. You don't just go there for the sake of going to see your doctor, isn't it? There must be something that triggers your going to see your GP. So you need a kind of someone that say, you know what, apart from providing medical support, you need somebody to encourage you and it's a form of treatment. And that's what I try to inculcate into my practice. Yeah, so because I see people, I say, oh, there is something going on behind the screen that you don't see. Yeah, so they can't tell you everything.
So true.
That is why most of the time, some of the customers, when the people come in, they want to tell me all the story of their life.
I love listening to people's stories as well. It's
and I listen because, and one of the other things, when you listen and you also empathize with their situation and you also give them a kind of positive, feedback, for encouragement, it does help a lot of. It does help. I mean, I just put myself as walking in. I come in. Maybe I just had a infections. I need somebody to just put a positive word to me that, oh, you'll be all right.
Yes.
I mean, actually, before I even take that medicine, it's a kind of, it goes a long way to make me feel confident that I will get out of that problem. Yeah, that is what I've really practiced, and that is what I'm doing, and that is, it's a good therapy.
Your enthusiasm and your positivity is infectious. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah,
One of the things that I've enjoyed with my daily exercise walks is the fact that more people have got time to smile at you or smile back at you. And no, complete strangers. And I think we need more of that in our lives.
Yeah, we do. But I mean, smiling is actually, when you smile, it sends it makes people to relax. It does. I mean, studies have shown that when you are always negative in life, when you are always moody, it's a form of, it creates a very awkward atmosphere. It's not healthy it's not something that's, but when you smile, it makes people relax. It makes people, like I said earlier, it's a good form of therapy. And that is what we all need. Even every business, if you have a business, I know you are a businesswoman as well yourself. I know you're an experienced businesswoman. People will come back to you because they feel, not because sometimes people might provide the same service. You might have other competitors or people providing the same service, but because you are able to demonstrate kind of empathy with smile, people see that as they know that you are you're not just providing a service, you are interested in their well-being, and that goes a long way in my own opinion. Yeah, that is how I felt.
Yeah. James, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody that hasn't found your business, do you want to tell us where you are?
Well, I am based in Faringdon, number 3 London Street, SN7 7AE. That is where we are based, and we are welcome to come anytime. Yeah, to come and see me anytime. I'm open to everybody. Yeah. Any questions or any query, I'm quite open to everybody. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It's been lovely to talk to you, James. Thank you for your positivity.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best and hope you and your family stay well.
Yeah, thank you so much. You too. And you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah, bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.